Coming up, we're going to talk about the absolutely necessary features that you need to include in your MVP. Stay tuned. What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com. And we're going to talk all about the key features, the things that you actually need in your app. You don't need everything, especially when you're just trying to get going. You don't need everything. We're going to break down all the things you actually absolutely need to help you scale and get product market fit. And joining me today, again, is Haim from B7 Dev, my trusted partner. We've been working together for over 10 years when it comes to app development, and we're going to break it down from the technical and the marketing side. So without further ado, Haim, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for having me.
All right, Haim, let's talk about number one, and we both agree on this one. It's definitely analytics. You won't know if you're not tracking. So, you know, Haim, I love your insight on this, but for me, the key things under analytics that I'm really paying attention to is onboarding, where there's falling off, onboarding screens, trial activations. And then similar to part one of our video where we really talked about the biggest mistakes, and you said, solve that one problem, right? So how many people track the event, I should say this, the event that solves that one problem, and how many people are going to that event as well? Anything on the analytics side, Haim, that you want to add here?
You won't release your app and then release and forget. Okay, you need to know how, when, how much, for how many time, and etc. Minutes, seconds on every screen the users are using it. Okay, because otherwise it's like the difference between do you like the app and they say I don't like that. But how, when you don't like the app, how is that you don't like the app or you like the app? Yes. How I perfect it? I don't know. Is yes or no? No. You need specific details, specific data that will tell you how, when, how much, etc. You need to tweak, you adapt your app to improve what you are doing well and to remove or to change what you are doing bad. It's as simple as that. Without analytics and specific analytics, some points are the ones that you are mentioning. I will add time on each screen where you can track the flow of the users through the app, etc., to see where they are dropping out. I need to know how much time they are using the app, okay? What is called the retention. I need to know. Otherwise, it's like flying on blind, okay? You don't know what is happening between your users and the app. So you have a lot of tools, you have a lot of analytic packages, but please, from day one at analytics. A lot of customers, or a lot of new customers, a lot of people with already working apps, they come to me or to you and they say, can we add analytics? Yes, they already waste like months or 1 year or more time of engagement with the users without knowing anything. Okay, so if you have not analytics, you are practically blind on how users are interacting with the app itself.
Yeah, completely agree with that too. Haim, do you have a favorite analytics platform that you like to use? Mixpanel, Firebase, PostHog, I've heard is really good too.
Yeah, Firebase, what is called the Google Analytics, and then Firebase is one. I mean, the ones that we most use and the one that the technical packages, they are working with most technologies. But again, Mixpanel and other are really, I mean, you have a lot of tools today, at least have something. And furthermore, sometimes we even install two packages different to cross the information. Okay, so even again, you can cross this information with the Apple Store information per se. So you can deduct further information. You can cross it with Google Plays in analytics into deducting in stuff. Because after, very important, when you have the analytics already, you need to learn how to read it. You need to learn what to deduct from those details.
Let's move on to number two. You guys got to let me know in the comments if you're enjoying these whiteboard sessions. I personally like doing them, but obviously I would love you guys' feedback. All right, number two, Haim and I agree. Have some way to re-engage with your users, and that's either through SMS, push notifications is an obvious one, and even email. And I like the email thing. You know, we talked about this before we hit record about having some social login. So if your app needs to have some user creation tools, definitely have the social login. But it's all tied into how do you re-engage with your users? You get that initial download. How do you re-engage with them?
It's like a magical tool, this communication back and forth between the app itself and the user, or the admin, in this case, the user owner with the users, is a magical way to re-engage with your users. For example, I was having a conversation with a customer last week when he told
Hmm.
me again, I want to add this feature and that feature. And I say, hold on, you already have the features, for example, to manage an event. Why, instead of adding new stuff, just don't remind the users that in 2 days they have this event, that in one day, that in half an hour you have this event. For them, will open the app, will use the app, they will feel that the app is kind of smart, okay, and reminds them. And then you send a push notification. Another user like Facebook does, like WhatsApp does, like Telegram, or I don't know, Instagram does, that they will send you a push notification that says another user interacted with you. Go open the app, so increase the retention. You stay on the app, you do other stuff, you discover new features. Oh, we release this new feature, and then they open the app. Happy birthday to you. You open the app, etc., etc., etc. You can communicate by SMS, and SMS is an extra layer to verify that the user has a real mobile. I mean, everything could be tricked, but at least most of the people, you are guaranteed that they have a real number. Push notifications, you re-engage with the users. They have to open the app. Okay, that increases a lot engagement. An email, in any case, just for keeping a hard copy in an email inbox. Don't overuse it. Okay, don't overuse it. Don't spam the user, but it's a magical tool for increasing the retention of the app suddenly.
I agree. And I think email's the most underutilized. Push notifications, one of the things we like to do, this worked well in email too, is we go, here's our most popular features, right back to our other previous video where we talked about solving that one simple problem.
Yeah.
Well, you can also use push to be like, hey, did you know we actually do this too? So some of your hidden features that people might not know about that you feel like really strongly about, you can also use push to try to re-engage your users.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of clever ways to use push and email. And I think, look, my data says if you don't need the email, don't take it. But I think it's important because now you own your customer. Apple doesn't own it. You own it. So you have their email addresses so that if you build a new app or you want to re-engage with them or you want to sell them on the website to buy your product, you can do that. And you need email to do just that. Let's go into number 3. All right, it moved. A good job, Canva. All right, for me, it's definitely having an onboarding. We have data that obviously says if you just show your paywall on the onboarding, it will work. And that's number 4. So we're just going to put that in here for paywall, but have an onboarding screen. So talk about the benefits of your app. Talk about that one problem you're trying to solve. Have some social proof during the onboarding. And I know when people say, hey, I've got a new app and how do I have social proof? You can always borrow social proof. So one of our sleep sounds apps, it has like pink noise. And if you just Google pink noise and stats or something, they'll say, pink noise helps improve memory by 27%. So I borrowed that social proof and put that into the onboarding process. But 3 and 4 are closely tied. You want your onboarding and you definitely want a paywall.
Yeah, you did already a great job into getting someone to download your app. Okay, now is the most crucial moment. They will open it and they will use it or not. You know that you cannot have a limited number of apps in your phone. I mean, even if you try harder, you will use it, just a few moments. So this is a very critical moment. Explain what you are doing, why you are solving this problem, and how, and then increase the time of retention, increase the usage and the success of the app just through a simple 1-2 screens or details that you can show the user why your app is so important.
I'm going to pull up something, Haim, that talks about the criticalness of your onboarding and having analytics. So there's one client, it was a fitness space. These are all Figma files, so these aren't the real clients. We have some onboarding screens. We force them to sign up, and kind of like what Haim said, you want your social logins, because Haim, the data that I got from a past guest of ours is 90% of iOS users use Apple to sign in, and about like 95, if I remember correctly, on Google, they use Google. So if they're on Android, definitely have a Google. If you're on iOS, definitely have Apple. And then we show the paywall. And this is where it's key. So all we did was we flipped it. You can see we asked them to sign up and then we showed the paywall. Then we just flipped it. We showed the paywall and then asked them to sign in, right? And here's what happened. This is why metrics are so important, the onboarding stuff. When the install happens, we want to see how many people get to the paywall view. And we want that number to be as close to 100% as possible. So when we made that switch, we saw his paywall views went up from 40 to 94% up here. And guess what happened to that? we saw trial activations go up by 190% and a 52% increase in sales. And this is what you should tell your clients too, because some people, I get this feedback. They're like, hey, Steve, I need people to sign up before they can buy anything. I'm like, look at Calm. Okay. Obviously, you don't need to sign up. You can get into it, the app. But after you activate a trial right here, they force you to sign up and continue. So that's the way to do it, because again, you're going to miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you're not showing your paywall to 60% of your users, guess what they're not going to do is buy. So just by making sure that your paywall views are as close to 100% to the install, that's how you're going to make more money too. And that's what analytics, that's why it's the number one point, right, Haim? Number one point is analytics. So that's why it's so important for users.
And then understanding what you do with the analytics is also very important. Seems that the people of Calm, they have it very clear.
All right, let's move on to the last one. And I feel like the last one is the most little known one, but I think it can do wonders, especially in the beginning. And that's a way to do some live chat, or at the very least, a contact us feature where people can get in touch with it. And Haim, I saw an app that I did an audit earlier, and they had a WhatsApp chat thing that took them to right straight to WhatsApp on their paywall. And I really like that, right? Like I have on my website, we have a chat feature. This is the chat feature I would recommend. It's crisp.chat, and you can do it in the App Store, in your app too, right here. And I get so much great feedback on here. Yeah, I get a lot of junk too, but I also get a lot of feedback. I mean, like, Steve, hey, your contact us thing is broken. Oh, cool. Thanks. We had to fix it recently, right? So it's called crisp.chat. Go check them out. I'm not affiliated with them anywhere, but I've just been using them for a long time. And they do have a free plan that I'm currently on right here. And so really great product. And you can incorporate into your website, into your app, into your paywall, everywhere in between.
The main point here is, of course, that you will get a lot of junk, but I prefer junk before getting bad reviews, okay? Because the junk will harm you just psychologically, maybe, I don't know, waste of time, but you won't get the bad reviews. So live chat, or at least a form, contact us if you don't like something or you need help with the app. Just let me know and vent your anger, or ask me something before you actually write it at the stores. Okay, that will help us a lot with the SEO and etc. So, I mean, it's something minimal that doesn't hurt a lot. You see a small icon there that doesn't harm the flow, but helps a lot in terms of bad reviews avoiding, or at least guiding the user. Like, hey, did you went into our website, look at the tutorial, or look at the promo video, how the app works, and that solves a lot of problems.
And the biggest thing I hate when people show me app is, Steve, show me, here's my app, can you check it out? And they tell me what to do. They press this button. Like, don't do that. Let me just use your app, and you can see where I'm messing up. And if you messed up and you build some features the wrong way, that's what these features allow you to do. And Haim said it best, better to get junk than 1-star reviews. So especially in the early days, if they're not familiar with your product and how to use your product, that's what live chat and contact us does. And then once you get to a certain scale, you can bury it somewhere else, but it is very, very helpful. All right, another cool feature that you can put this chat feature on. I saw this with Wave AI. So past guest, Josh, shout out to you. But if you hard press this to delete it, they're like, hey, why don't you contact us? Cool. And you can contact them and get feedback on anything that they might need help with. So right here is the little chat feature, and you can easily take them here, contact us, and then it shows up. So it's another great way, because you're catching people right as they're about to delete your app. So I really like this feature. Anything I missed, Haim?
If you have to explain what the app does instead of designing the app through a user experience and through UI intuitively, something is wrong.
All right, guys, that is it. So here, I'm going to summarize this. Look, there it is. There's the big board. These are the features that we feel like you must have. And obviously, if you feel like we're missing anything, leave a comment below. So the theme for Haim and I getting together is to help you guys get to product market fit fast, so you don't waste a lot of time. And more importantly, you don't waste a lot of money. Those two are tied together. When you have money, you don't want to waste time. When you don't have money, you have all the time to invest, but stop wasting time and money. Those are your most valuable resources. All right, Haim, if the audience wants to connect with you, I'm going to send them to b7dev.com. The letter B, the number 7dev.com. If you're looking for an app agency that can help you develop the right features, the right products the right everything so that you don't waste money and time, go check out b7dev.com. And Chaim's got a new YouTube channel that he's going to be sharing a lot of his knowledge on, and it is called The Rational Startup on YouTube. So go search for it or click on the link in the YouTube description as well. Chaim, if the audience wants to connect with you in any other way, do you want to send them anywhere else?
Contact me through the website of my name, CHAIM, at b7dev.com is my email, okay? B7dev, we have a form of contact, what we're talking about, so it's the easiest way to contact.
Thank you so much, Chaim, for doing this, and we'll see you on the next video.